Hi guys. All right, so Virgos, welcome back. Virgos, because we've got a backdrop here that is mostly watercolor, and when you paint with watercolor, you got to be more conscientious about not only what you're trying to paint, but also the white space that needs to be left blank. So you're kind of like, it's like a reverse way to look at what you're painting, because leaving that blank spot is every bit as important. Just because it's such a transparent medium to paint in, right? So with that in mind, to me, that makes us think of, it's not so much just what we can see, it's also what we don't see, or it's the blank spaces that are going to be every bit as important as what is highly visible. So with that thought process, let's begin this story. What is the thing that is the blank spot? What is it that's the unknown? That's more what I care about in this one. So we have deep freeze. What are the emotions that have been turned into ice? What are in this case, someone that we've got a lion who's frozen, right? This is maybe someone's courage to do something has just, it's not that they're a coward, it's that their courage to do something has just been inhibited. This is still a lion, right? But he can't go anywhere, can't do anything because he's frozen. This is, king of the jungle, but everybody can be immobilized at some point, no matter how much of a king you typically are, right? So this kind of looks to me like the thing that is unseen or is unknown, it's not obvious, is that someone could be a very courageous person and they have been deeply inhibited with what they've been able to do because something has frozen them in place. So I'm going to say a character who maybe it's not fear that's keeping them away from something. Maybe this is our Virgo, or maybe this is someone that Virgo's dealt with, but let's see if we can dive in. Nine of Cups. There are tons of emotions, tons and tons and tons. This is, by the way, that was card 26 for the deep freeze. Someone has literally frozen their ability to even be happy. This is somebody they know exactly what they would want. They know exactly what would make them happy. They know all of that, and they have instead put everything. This person is almost like making sure that they feel nothing right now, or they're not in a place where there is anything for them to feel. We've got the Muse of Inspiration, and we only view this card in the sideways position because that's how it's oriented. But Page of Wands is still, it's like there is this flicker, this ember that exists within this person, but to me, they're taking zero action on it. They think about it. They hypothesize about it, but it's almost like somebody who's literally in hibernation. So either something in their life is unattainable right now, and although they hold on to the memory of it, they hold on to what it is they want, but it isn't within their grasp. So instead, they take zero action, because even if they took action, it's still in this inertia. What do you do when something is frozen? Think of, if you simply wanted to be able to pour a pitcher of water out, but unfortunately it's been put in the freezer. Well, you can't pour it. It doesn't matter how much you want to. You got to thaw it out first, right? So that's the thing. What we aren't able to clearly see, but needs to be considered, is the other reason why someone may not be doing something. Why would somebody be taking zero action? Perhaps because they can't. Not because they don't want to, but because they can't. What is the thing causing the deep freeze? But again, this is somebody who's put their emotions like into lockdown. It doesn't mean they don't want stuff. Ooh, 10 of materials. Well, someone chose to say, there is only one thing I can focus on right now, and that is my work. That is where I must be right now. Maybe my work matters to not just me, but I have responsibilities, or my career path is something that if I don't do it, a lot of other people will not blossom and grow. This could be somebody who really has, it's not about the money. It's about the community that they serve. I mean, this could be somebody with a very altruistic, like career path and vision. This is somebody who says, look, I am devoting myself right now to something bigger than me. My energy goes into, we'll say, like, teachers are a great example of this, right? They work really, really hard, a lot, and the lives that they touch. They care so much about their students. They care about the students' lives, and they're giving students building blocks that they're going to use to actually become successful humans for the rest of their days. So it's a big deal. And people go into that because it matters to them, right? They have this desire to really make sure they can give it their all. And I'm sure it comes at great personal sacrifice. Many careers come with great personal sacrifice. Right now, we have a character who is not pursuing something else that they would really like because they are currently sacrificing in order to make abundance for more than just themselves. Now, they may get something out of this, of course. This is part of their life's work. This is part of their tree of life. They're proud of what they're doing. They love what they're doing. There is a form of abundance that comes back to them. Maybe it's just the friendship and the love that they receive from those that they are, like impacting. And that is a huge form of abundance. It could also be the reputation that they're building. And yes, they could be getting paid handsomely for it. But that's not the prime motivator here, not on a card like this, where what we see primarily is the roses. So this is an act of service. It could be an act of love. That sounds very much like the way a Virgo operates, right? This is a Virgo who could have put their own like dating life, the things that they like to do. Maybe this person likes anything from, like they like to travel and be gone all the time. But right now, their extended family needs them. They're there to babysit, their grandkids instead of taking that 3-month trip to, Spain that they were going to take. They're going to stay put this year. And instead, their son or daughter just had a brand new baby. So they're going to be there and help out. It's things like that. That's a great example of what I mean when I say it's so much abundance that could be non-material at all. But it is an example of somebody who's putting their own wants and desires on hold. This could be somebody taking a sabbatical from a career path in order to be more family oriented for a while, help their nana, help their grandparents, help, someone in their family. But this could also be somebody who's part of a big organization that is helping the many, but at the sacrifice of their own personal life. I feel like our character probably is not living it up right now, as far as like they probably aren't going out to flashy dinners and fancy expensive restaurants, and they're probably not living a jet setter lifestyle because they're actually pursuing something that is of more like I say, it's of greater benefit perhaps to not only them but to others, but it's at a sacrifice. And we have the Chariot. The intuition tells this person that it is time for me, though, to not lose sight of the fact that I have a life to live as well. So as much as, yes, I want to be here. Yes, I want to help. Yes, this is part of my life's goal too. A 10 of materials is also a completion, right? A 10 is a completion. Somebody is going to wrap this up. Whatever project they've been involved in, however they've been, like I said, maybe this is somebody who decided, no, I'm not going to take that trip to Spain this year. I'm going to be there for the first 90 days of my grandchild's life to really be of assistance to the family. But then after that, when I complete that and I get to bond and I get to develop, like a really awesome connection, then I do know that it's time for me to get back to other things in my life. I'm going to move on. So this is only temporary that things are on freeze. This could be a Cancerian that's feeling this way. Doesn't have to be, but it feels like someone has never for a moment have they really put their own plans out of their mind. They just put them on hold. We get the 4 of materials. Yeah, this is, they're not really strutting around telling anybody this either. This is one of those messages where it's like, no, I'm holding back, and I'm holding back on purpose. This is important for me to hold back. I don't want anybody else to feel like, oh God, I'm doing this for you and I don't want to. This is a character who is saying, I'm not going to tell everybody everything about my plans or why I did the things that I did. I also think that this is a character who's kind of put their own romance or ability to pursue romance on hold. And just because it's a 4 of Pentacles, maybe it's for like 4 months. Somebody's saying, for a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and ignore romance for me. I'm going to ignore other kinds of life satisfaction because I need to do this kind of like really loving, giving thing. But Do I know that I am holding back? Yes, I'm acutely aware of it. And this character could even be acutely aware of the time that they're not going to get back, right? It doesn't mean that they're not happy to do this thing that they think is important, but they are acutely aware that I do need to still remember I got to move forward again, because I am wasting some time for my own development. We've got the Magician in the upright, and then we got the Five of Inspiration in the reverse. So Five of Swords in the reverse. I think that this time period, what it really is that this character needs to realize, they don't have to, right? This is all fictional. Nobody has to do anything. But the big message here is that during this time period where our character is putting their own wishes, wants, pursuits, romances on hold so they can be of assistance to others, they are gaining something so profound, and it has everything to do with their ability to actually manifest without realizing it. Or maybe they do realize it. I don't think so. Only because there's so many bands of color, and we see this person like pulling color out of the cosmos. They are manifesting the next chapter of their life. So this, like, quote unquote frozen time, where they're not really out there roaring like a lion, taking leadership positions, chasing down their hopes, wishes, dreams. Instead, they are using their energy to assist others or a family group or something. It's nice that they know that they can't do that forever, that they do need to get back to their own life. But what is particularly sweet is that the universe says, but darling, don't think for a moment that you are not actually moving forward. Even now, you're busy helping others, yes, but your mind is teeming with ideas. You are full of life, and you are constantly connecting to the universe, and possibly connecting better than ever, because you're showing an act of love, you're assisting others, you're giving that incredible kindness, and you're giving it from the best desire. It simply is, I like doing this. This makes me feel like this is right, and I'm doing the thing that I know is right, because I can just feel like I'm satisfied with what I'm doing. Am I living my own fullest potential? Maybe not, because I'm busy investing, helping someone else right now. But this is a moment where giving this of myself feels so right. And I think that is why they're so connected to the universal flow right now, because it's like, that's all love, baby. That's all love. That's a showing of love. That's you're transforming your energy into an act of love for others, while still knowing I don't want to deplete myself. I have a check and balance system. I'm only going to do this for a certain amount of time, and then I will have to, tend to my own needs as well. So it's like this kind of like a great balance. But it's so interesting, because I think that the big message on this is this character has never actually been more capable of manifesting. So now, while they are busily helping others and not necessarily out there tangibly pursuing their own hobbies and pursuits and wishes and dreams, it's really important that they use their mindset to be envisioning exactly what they want their life to look like. And we have these four, like, I'm going to call them like dragon eggs. I don't know. That's what they look like to me, laying here. I don't know. I'm calling them dragon eggs because I feel like dragons have to do with our dreams. And there are four big things that need to hatch for this person. This is the time for them to let their mind run wild, paint all the beautiful pictures in their mind of what they want for major aspects of their life to look like. Like, for example, maybe this character is right now, they're not, working their dream career because they want to be closer to their family right now. Or like I said, they took a sabbatical. So that means they're not really setting aside a bunch of, extra money or building more business contacts. But that's okay, because right now they can start envisioning where they want their career to go next. Then it's like, maybe another area is, I've always wanted to build a house somewhere. Okay, I'm not currently like going out and figuring out where I'm going to buy a house or build a house, but now might be the time for them to actively, in their mindset, start imagining the space and the rooms and the layout of the house that they are envisioning themselves living in, and like really putting their mindset in these really rich imagery of the things that they want, and whatever their dreams are. Like I said, there maybe there's four major things that somebody wants to have happen. thinking about those with as much detail as possible and saying, I'm going to make those happen for me. When I'm done helping my family or my friend or my, whatever this is whatever that 10 of materials is representing. When I'm done doing this, let me tell you, I am going to do this, 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 and this for myself. And it's like they're living it already in their mindset. And that living it in their mindset, projecting what their future is going to look like and whatever those 4 big dreams and goals are, is going to make it so achievable. There will be no blockages because they will have already kind of thought through things. And when they're ready to turn their attention back to their own pursuits, their own life, it's going to click like that. That's what this message looks like, which is such a beautiful way to contemplate this. This is it's almost like the time that they are spending supporting others instead of just pursuing what they want. They are earning serious karmic brownie points, but they're also able to put their mindset more focused on the mental aspect of manifesting. I don't know if that makes a lick of sense, but that's what we got. Now, because we saw all those roses, I can't help but think this also has to do with, I feel like this is a character who is single right now for a very specific reason, but they are not going to be single anymore once they move forward with that chariot, once this, whatever, I don't know if it's 4 months, I don't know what it is, but once their time frame shifts and they're ready to move forward, they won't be single anymore. And they kind of know that. I think that they're going to head into some kind of extremely important connection in their lives. Whatever it is, there won't be any blockages to it. So yeah, we got a Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, that's somebody who can have it all, right? That's just one of the strongest Virgo energies we could maybe get because it's so specific to our Virgo. Masculine or feminine doesn't matter, but it's somebody who is, they're going to be able to have it all. Definitely super financially abundant. And healing. So healing was another one of those areas that a character really wanted to have access to. They wanted to be fully healed. So our character must have been deeply wounded. And in this downtime, one of the things that they wanted was to no longer be hurt over some kind of a relationship, I would say, and it doesn't matter if it was romance or not, but they wanted to be fully healed. They wanted to be fully financially stable. They want to really feel like they've made progress in their life also, or they want this next. This person could say, and you know what? I'm ready to be famous. I'm ready to go ahead and, ride through the sky, have my name in lights. I want my name to be known for the thing that I do well. I'm not afraid to be seen. I'm not afraid to shine. That's a really strong, like whatever our character, and the devil in the reverse. And I don't want to be plagued by self-doubt. I don't want to be plagued anymore by anything that keeps dragging my energy down, whether that's people, toxic relationships, toxic romances. This is a character who says, look, universe, I'm not trying to tell you precisely who I want to be with. This Virgo does not have someone precisely on their mind as to who their partner is going to be. It's more like they said, what I want is to be these things. I want to be healthy. I want to be healed. I want to be empowered. And I want to make sure that I don't fall into toxic, repetitious cycles again. That's really what our character is. That's what's going to be the new, fresh version of them and the life that they'll be living once they kind of like complete whatever that assistance is that they're currently giving to others. This was a very important time frame for our character, not because they needed to like put themselves in timeout per se, but I will say that the act of loving and giving to others that they cared about gave their like subconscious a chance to focus on what they really wanted for themselves in the healthiest of ways. It was all about love. Everything was about an act of love. And now Virgo had a chance to think about what they would like for themselves if they could have anything. The Ace of Swords in the reverse, I think that this character has no idea just how powerful this time frame has been for them, or will reveal itself to have been for them. Very different, very kind of abstract storyline on this one, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I will see you guys again. Virgos, I think you guys might get another one tomorrow. So anyway, I'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.